Have you ever heard the remarkable story of Kiran, the boy who defied all odds in a remote mountain village?
I haven't, but I'm intrigued. What makes his story so special?
Well, imagine growing up in absolute poverty, where even basic necessities like food and education are luxuries. That was Kiran's reality. He lived in a tiny village surrounded by towering mountains, so isolated that it seemed cut off from the modern world.
Those circumstances sound incredibly challenging. How did he manage to survive, let alone achieve anything?
That's what makes his story so extraordinary. Despite having barely enough to eat, Kiran possessed something far more valuable than material wealth: an insatiable hunger for knowledge, particularly in science.
Science, in a village without proper schools or resources. How did he even begin to learn?
He got creative. After long days working in the fields with his father, he would spend his evenings studying under a dim kerosene lamp. He collected discarded science books from the village scrapyard, piecing together knowledge from torn pages.
That's incredible dedication, but surely he faced opposition from his community.
Absolutely. The villagers constantly told him to accept his fate, that dreams of becoming a scientist were not for people like him. They believed he was wasting his time when he could be working more in the fields.
It must have been disheartening to hear that constantly. Did he ever consider giving up?
The situation actually got worse. His father fell seriously ill, forcing Kiran to take on even more work to support his family. His hands became calloused from carrying heavy grain sacks, and formal education seemed increasingly out of reach.
That's heartbreaking. Many would have abandoned their dreams at that point.
But that's where Kiran was different. He refused to let his circumstances define his future. He found innovative ways to continue learning, writing equations in the dirt, questioning travelers about the world beyond the mountains, and creating his own study materials.
It sounds like he had an extraordinary level of self-motivation, but surely he needed some help along the way.
That's where fate intervened. A visiting teacher discovered Kiran solving complex mathematical problems on an old slate with a piece of chalk. The teacher was amazed by his natural ability and understanding of advanced concepts.
Finally, someone who recognized his potential. What did the teacher do?
The teacher became Kiran's mentor, providing him with books, guidance, and most importantly, validation of his dreams. This support gave Kiran the confidence to aim even higher.
Did this change his trajectory significantly?
Absolutely. With renewed determination, Kiran began preparing for the entrance exam of a prestigious science institute. He would walk miles to the nearest town just to access study materials and take practice tests.
The physical demands alone sound exhausting. How did he manage to study effectively under such conditions?
He developed an incredibly disciplined routine. He would study in the early morning hours before work, during his lunch breaks, and late into the night. His determination was truly remarkable.
And did all this hard work pay off?
Beyond his wildest dreams. Not only did he pass the entrance exam, but he achieved the highest score in the Institute's history. It was a testament to his extraordinary intelligence and unwavering dedication.
That's amazing. What happened after he got into the institute?
Kiran excelled in his studies and eventually became a renowned scientist, specializing in renewable energy. His research has led to breakthrough discoveries that are helping communities worldwide.
Did he forget about his village after achieving such success?
Quite the opposite. He returned to his village as a changed man, but not just to show off his success. He was determined to create opportunities for others facing similar challenges.
How did he give back to his community?
He established schools throughout the region, ensuring they were well equipped with modern facilities and qualified teachers. He created scholarship programs specifically for underprivileged students and set up mentorship networks.
That's truly inspiring. It shows success isn't just about personal achievement.
Exactly. When people ask him about his motivation, he always emphasizes that dreams don't belong exclusively to the privileged. They belong to anyone willing to pursue them relentlessly.
His story really challenges our assumptions about privilege and potential, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It reminds us that extraordinary achievements often come from ordinary beginnings. Kiran's journey from a remote village to becoming a leading scientist proves that with enough determination, any obstacle can be overcome.
What do you think is the most important lesson from his story?
I believe it's that your starting point doesn't determine your destination. Kiran could have accepted the limitations others placed on him, but he chose to define his own path.
And now he's ensuring others can do the same through education and opportunity.
Yes, he's created a ripple effect of positive change. His story has inspired countless others in similar situations to pursue their dreams regardless of their circumstances.
It's remarkable how one person's determination can impact so many lives.
Indeed, Kiran's legacy isn't just in his scientific achievements, but in showing that with persistence and courage, anyone can transform their life and the lives of others.
His story really makes you think twice about making excuses or giving up on your dreams, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a powerful reminder that our circumstances might explain where we start, but they don't have to dictate where we finish.
And perhaps that's the most valuable lesson of all, that our potential is limited only by our willingness to persist in the face of adversity.
Exactly. Kiran's story continues to inspire people worldwide, proving that sometimes the most unlikely beginnings can lead to the most extraordinary endings.